So President Trump said some mean and horrible things about the Somalian community, and the Somalians there in Minnesota are not happy about it.
Look at their nation. Look how bad their nation is. It's not even a nation. It's just people walking around killing each other. Waltz he should be ashamed. That beautiful land, that beautiful state, it's a hellhole right now. And the Somalians should be out of here. They've destroyed our country.
If President Trump right now is watching the Somali community, we would like to invite him to come visit in our state. This state is great. We have diversity, the largest immigrant communities here. Actually, we want to tell the president we're not a garbage. Actually, we smell really good.
But you know what? President Trump is 110% right. Somalians are some of the most arrogant people ever, and they are squatters. You don't believe that? Listen to what the lady just said. Our state. No, it's not your state. Somalians have a really deep history of just taking whatever they want. You don't believe that? Then why do you think that there are Somali pirates?
A pirate boat tries to board the vessel. And that's the response from the private security on board. The first one fails.
Where's he at?
But there's a second pirate boat.
He's all the way up! All the way up!
It perhaps wisely decides to disengage.
Hard-working people who want nothing more than to earn an honest buck by transporting materials from one place to another have to hire private security just because of the fact that Somalis feel that they're entitled to whatever's on the vessel. Maya Angelou said it best: when someone shows you who they are, believe them. And Somalis have been showing exactly who the hell they are for many years. They don't want to assimilate with Americans. They don't want to abide by our laws or even conform to them. What they want to do is exactly what they do in their pirating country, which is take over and do exactly what they want to do, as well as bring their laws here.
Of this, the Ohio State attacker. He was a Somali refugee. Our next guest is a filmmaker who interviewed Somalis in Minnesota. They told him they wanted to live under Sharia law in a Muslim country. They did not want to assimilate here. Roll that tape.
Do you feel more comfortable living under American law, or do you feel more comfortable living under Sharia law?
Sharia law. I'm a Muslim. I prefer Sharia law. Sharia law, yeah.
Would it be better if we made it illegal in America to make fun of the Prophet Muhammad?
Definitely, yeah.
Do you think we should make a law that makes it illegal to
That would be better, yeah. That would be better.
Yeah.
To stop, aggression.
If you had a choice, would you rather live here or would you rather live in a Muslim country?
I'd rather live in a Muslim country with my people.
Would you prefer to live in America or prefer to live in Somalia?
For me, I think it's Somalia.
You prefer to live in Saudi Arabia?
Yeah.
Would you rather live in America or live in Somalia?
I would rather live in Somalia.
They can wear our clothes, they can wear our team emblems, they can live our lifestyle, they can enjoy all the amenities of the United States of America. But what they don't want to do is live in the United States, and they don't want to abide by our laws? Really? Let me say publicly, I don't hate anyone. Even Somalians, I don't hate them, and honestly, I understand that there are good Somalians and there are good people and bad people everywhere. But you can always go back home and play soccer in church shoes and broken flip-flops. We never asked you to come here in the first place. I can understand and welcome anybody coming to the United States of America from a country that's poverty-stricken, that's hurting, that's constantly in famine and war and things of that nature. But when you get to the point where you can come here and you can strut your stuff while wearing our stuff, there's a freaking problem. And the laws. Yes, let's talk about the laws there in Somali. You know, there's a couple of laws. Well, there's one in particular that we're about to talk about right freaking now. So we've already seen where they said that they don't want to live by our laws. They want to live by Sharia law or Shara law. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to mispronounce it on purpose, but they want to live by their law. But let's see what their law actually entails.
Imagine you're just 14, no job, no voice, no say. And now lawmakers tell you you can be married off because you've started your cycle. This isn't fiction. In Somalia, debates are raging right now about making that legal. They passed a law to ban child marriage, then turned it back 24 hours later because angry crowds said tradition and religion were being threatened. What kind of world allows that? And what does it say about respect, rights, and the value of young lives?
Somalia is now moving the legal age of marriage to 18. That means we're not going to be seeing this anymore. No more child marriages. And this is getting heavy pushback. Some are stating that, religion is not just belief, it's the glue. Somalia doesn't have a strong government or institution. What's been keeping Somalia together is Islam, right? And secondly, sure, raise the age limit to 18. But fix the poverty. Hello, fix the poverty. What? Because you're just making girls more vulnerable. This is what they're saying. What's your thought on this?
This should not even be debated. Children should not be having and raising children. People should stop hiding their sick desires behind religion. It is absolutely infuriating. This is the reason that the illiteracy level in Somalia is so high, which in turn bleeds into its poor economy. And just when the whole world was celebrating the victory of the new law passed to stop child marriage, some old idiotic men went to cry and rebel. Yes, I said it. Idiotic. We should call them what they are.
This is a grown-ass man crying because he can't marry children, by the way. But don't worry, because I have something cooking for his head top. I wrote an article to describe exactly how I feel about these grown-ass geriatric men crying about the fact that they can no longer legally marry children.
And they want to bring laws like that here to the United States of America. You got a disgusting, degenerate old man crying because of the fact that he can't clap Fisher Price cheeks. You got a disgusting, degenerate old man, some old, disgusting bastard, actually sad and upset and heartbroken because of the fact that he can't defile a child. I'm sorry, but if I ever see that old, nasty, disgusting bastard driving down my street in an ice cream truck, there's going to be a freaking problem. And the way Sharia law, or whatever their law is called, allows them to treat women and children is absolutely despicable. I honestly can't stand it, and I wish they would try to bring that crap here to the United States of America, or there, where you guys are. I'm not there, I ain't gonna deal with this crap.
Hafsa Ali Osman was just 13 when she was married off by her father to a man who paid $100. She and her mother say she was beaten and raped for 2 years before they convinced him to divorce her.
My husband would go out to search for some food, then he would return home empty-handed and beat me, demanding why I hadn't prepared lunch for him. But I had nothing to cook.
There is no law mandating a minimum age for marriage in Somalia. A bill introduced in Parliament this month by a presidential ally caused a wave of criticism from lawmakers when they realised it would legalise marriage at puberty, which could be as early as 10 for some girls. Data from a government survey this year shows that nearly a third of girls are married before their 18th birthday, just under half of those before the age of 15. Many activists like Hodan Ali reject the bill.
This bill, which will be applied in this country, which will affect the most vulnerable and the most poor, right? And the men and women who are passing this bill, rest assured, if anything happens, they will not be subjected to this bill, right? Some of the people who are working on this, their children live in a safe country where the rights of their children are protected.
Nadifa Hussain runs 3 camps in Mogadishu for families fleeing violence and abandoned child brides.
Most of the women and girls here were married at 13, and perhaps by 20 they are divorced with 4 or 5 children. The man divorces her or beats her. He eats lunch in town and comes back with a full stomach. He wants supper, but the mother and kids are crying, hungry. They have no one to feed them. That's how the violence and beating begins.
So instead of little girls being little girls and living in their innocence, they have to worry about dick being thrown in their face by some 80-year-old jackass? Women being beaten like they are married to a man who lost his job and came home and had bad intentions for her face? You sure that's what you want to go back to, Somalians? Seriously? Even though we just seen that lady sit there with all them flies on her face, one landed on her eyeball and she was too damn hungry to blink it off. I respect what Trump said. I understand it. And honestly, we can all tell he didn't mean all of Somalians, and probably not all of Somalia. But, I mean, a very wise man once told me that if one duck comes by, quacks, a second duck comes by and quacks, what in the hell makes me think that the third duck won't quack? And once again, I do not promote any hate whatsoever. I do not hate anybody, any racial group, any country, any people. But what I do hate is for people to be disrespecting my country. There are plenty of people in the Minnesota area who have children who have autism, and for them to come over and to utilize that service for their own sick, twisted needs makes me sick to my stomach. But anyways, now it's your turn to tell me how you feel. Do you agree with me? Cool. Like, comment, and subscribe. If not, you know what you should do? Like, comment, and subscribe anyways, because somehow that's just going to hurt my feelings and make me feel bad. And let me make sure I say this publicly. Somalians, I have no problem with you coming to America and escaping whatever poverty, any type of war issues that you have in your country. That is no problem. America is a melting pot. Not a problem whatsoever. But when you come, you will abide by our laws. If not, then there's a very special place on a very hot airplane for your ass to go back home. Anyways, this your guy, Ali the Bastard. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm out. Peace.